negotiate complex deals, inspire a group with a compelling vision, built on trust, built on rapport, built on mutual understanding. Communicate with clarity, communicate with nuance, communicate with persuasion. The art of meaningful human connection. Final meta skill, continuous learning and adaptation. The next decade, constancy of change. Tools will be different in 2 years, and best practices for AI collaboration will evolve rapidly. Most valuable pros master the process of learning itself. Cultivate deep curiosity, be willing to abandon old methods, actively seek new knowledge and skills, develop a growth mindset, career as continuous reinvention, learn, unlearn, and relearn, the ultimate form of job security. Let's imagine it's a Tuesday morning in 2030 for Anya, a freelance brand identity designer. Her workday doesn't start with opening a blank design file. Instead, she opens her AI project dashboard. Her first task is for a new client, a sustainable coffee startup. Yesterday, she had a deep conversation with the founders about their brand's ethos. This morning, she feeds detailed notes and a creative brief into her AI design partner. She writes a complex prompt to generate logo concepts that evoke earthiness, modern minimalism, the warmth of a community. She also references specific artistic styles and color theory principles. While the AI generates 100 initial concepts, she doesn't watch it work. She spends 20 minutes reading an article about new biomaterials for packaging. When she returns, the AI has produced a vast mood board of visual ideas. Her real work begins. She quickly dismisses 90% of the options. They feel generic or miss the nuances of the brief. Her expert taste, honed over 15 years, is her primary filter. She selects a handful of promising concepts and begins guided iteration. She doesn't draw with a mouse, she uses language. Take concept number 73, she types. Make the font weight lighter, like Eric Spiekerman. Change the color palette to terracotta and morning fog. Show me 5 variations. The AI instantly refines the design. It's a rapid conversational flow between her vision and the machine. By mid-afternoon, she has 3 highly polished concepts. She uses an AI mock-up tool to place them on coffee cups, storefronts, website layouts. She prepares for the client call. She plans to tell the story behind her choices. She reviews the AI output to explain her curation and selection process. Her value is strategic direction, not pixel-level production. The client call is a collaborative workshop. Anya connects each concept back to community and sustainability. The client loves one direction, but has feedback. Anya turns to her AI assistant during the call and types modification prompts. She shows a revised version in real time. Instant feedback to design streamlines the process. Her day ends with satisfaction from high-level creative problem solving. She was not a pixel pusher, she was a brand visionary and creative director. Now let's shift to a different environment, a busy hospital ward in 2030. David is a registered nurse starting his morning shift. He no longer begins his day by spending 45 minutes trying to get a verbal handover from the night shift nurse while simultaneously trying to read through dense chart notes. Instead, he reviews his patient dashboard on a tablet. For each of his assigned patients, an AI has already synthesized all the events from the last 12 hours. Every vital sign, every medication administered, every note from a doctor or therapist, into a concise, prioritized summary. The AI flags the most critical issues. Mr. Chen's respiratory rate has been trending up for 3 hours. Dr. Evans was notified, awaiting new orders.
Patient repositioned for comfort and pressure relief.
An ambient AI scribe in the room captures this and adds it to the electronic health record automatically, time-stamped and accurate. This frees David to focus entirely on Mrs. Garcia, asking her about her pain level, talking to her about her family. Later, a new patient is admitted with complex symptoms. David uses a diagnostic assist tool. He inputs the primary symptoms, and the AI cross-references the patient's entire digital medical history. their current lab results, and millions of case studies from a global database. It presents a list of possible diagnoses ranked by probability, along with the key evidence for and against each one. David doesn't accept this blindly. He uses his clinical judgment and experience to analyze the suggestions. He notices the AI has ranked a rare genetic condition low on the list, but he recalls a similar case from years ago. He uses this insight to order a specific test the AI didn't prioritize, blending machine analysis with human intuition. The most important parts of David's day are now the ones spent purely on human connection, because the charting, monitoring, and initial data analysis are handled by AI. He has more time for patient education, emotional support, and complex communication. He spends 20 minutes explaining a new medication to a worried family, using an AI-generated visual aid on his tablet to make the information clear and understandable. He sits with a patient who has received difficult news, simply listening. His expertise is no longer measured by how fast he can chart, but by the quality of his care, the depth of his critical thinking, and his ability to be a compassionate human presence in a room full of advanced technology. Finally, let's step into a high school history class in 2030, taught by Ms. Imani. Vibrant, active classroom with groups using VR and small table debates. The bell doesn't ring for her to begin a lecture. As students file in, they open their personalized learning dashboards. For the past week, they have been studying World War II, each at their own pace. The class AI tutor provides readings. The class AI tutor provides videos. The class AI tutor provides interactive simulations. It also gives short quizzes, and Ms. Imani's dashboard gives her a complete overview of where each student is.
All right, everyone. Today is Project Workshop Day. She pulls aside the 3 students who were flagged by the AI. She sits with them and asks probing questions to understand their confusion. She uses a different analogy to explain hyperinflation. She provides targeted, human-to-human intervention the AI identified as necessary. Next, she moves to the advanced group. Your research has been excellent, she tells them. I want to push you. Your AI assistant can tell you the facts about rationing, but I want you to focus on the why. For your exhibit, create a podcast script debating the ethics of rationing from 3 perspectives: government official, farmer, mother of 3. Your AI can help you research, but the empathy and the argument must be yours. She teaches critical thinking. She teaches perspective taking. She teaches complex communication.
Her job is to design challenging experiences that push them beyond simple recall. Throughout class, Ms. Imani circulates, checking in on each group. She helps one group with research, showing them how to write better prompts for their AI assistant. She mediates a disagreement in another group, teaching collaboration and conflict resolution. At the end of the day, she doesn't take home a stack of papers to grade. The AI will have already assessed the students' latest quiz scores and research summaries. She spends her evening refining the next phase of the project. She reads an article about how museums are using augmented reality for inspiration. Her role has transformed from information dispenser to architect of unforgettable learning experiences. As we have journeyed through this changing landscape of work, a central theme has emerged. The narrative of AI as a job-destroying monster, a relentless force that will make humans obsolete, is dramatic but ultimately misleading. The reality is far more nuanced and in many ways more optimistic. AI is not arriving to replace us wholesale, but as a powerful new class of tool designed to augment our capabilities. It is poised to automate the repetitive, the predictable, and the data-intensive tasks that often consume our days, freeing our cognitive and creative energy for higher-level work. The true story of AI is not one of replacement, but of reevaluation. A reevaluation of what is truly valuable about human intelligence and ingenuity in our professional lives. The fear of being replaced by a robot at your desk is understandable, but it is misplaced. The more tangible and immediate risk we all face is not the technology itself, but our own potential for complacency. The real danger lies in assuming that the way we work today is the way we will work tomorrow, in believing that the skills that have made us successful in the past will be sufficient for the future. The risk is choosing to ignore the quiet revolution happening in our tools and workflows and falling into a rut of comfortable habit. Stagnation, not automation, is the greatest threat to our long-term career resilience and relevance in this new era. It is the failure to adapt that will leave people behind, not the rise of the machines. This technological shift asks a fundamental question of every professional in every field. Where do you provide your most unique and irreplaceable value? If your value is primarily tied to executing routine processes, managing predictable information, or performing tasks that can be broken down into a set of rules, then your role is indeed vulnerable. However, this vulnerability is not a sentence. It is an invitation. It is an invitation to climb higher up the value chain, to deliberately shift your focus toward the domains where humans retain a durable advantage. Complex problem solving, ethical judgment, emotional intelligence, creative vision, and deep, empathetic communication. The challenge is not to outcompete the AI, but to cultivate the human skills that complement it. Therefore, the mindset we must adopt is one of proactive and continuous adaptation. The arrival of AI should not be met with fear or dismissal, but with curiosity and a strategic intent to learn. We must see it as a catalyst for our own professional development. The goal is to consciously redesign our work, to actively seek out opportunities to offload the mundane tasks to our new digital assistants, and to reinvest that reclaimed time and energy into mastering the more meaningful, creative, and strategic aspects of our roles. The future of work belongs to those who do not wait for their job to be transformed, but who choose to transform it themselves, starting now. Moving from mindset to action is the most critical step. It's not enough to simply understand that things are changing. We must take concrete steps to prepare. This doesn't require becoming a data scientist or a programmer overnight. It's about building a foundation of new literacies and skills, brick by brick. First, and most simply, is to learn the basics. You don't need to know how to build an AI, but you should understand what it is, what it does well, and where it fails. Spend a few hours playing with publicly available AI tools. Use them to write an email, generate an image, summarize an article. This hands-on experience demystifies the technology and builds an intuitive feel for its capabilities and limitations, which is the first step toward using it strategically. Second, focus on building real, deep skills. In a world where AI can generate plausible but often superficial content, deep domain knowledge becomes more valuable than ever. Being a true expert in your field, nursing, law, marketing, carpentry, the AI can provide information, but your deep expertise provides the wisdom to know if that information is accurate, relevant, and useful. Double down on what makes you an expert. Read the foundational books in your field, follow the top thinkers, never stop deepening your core craft. True expertise is the bedrock upon which all other AI-era skills are built. Third, you must practice collaboration with the tools. This means actively integrating AI into your current workflow on a small scale. Think of it as hiring a new, very fast, but slightly naive intern. Start giving it small tasks. Ask it to create a first draft of a memo, brainstorm subject lines for an email campaign, organize your raw notes from a meeting into themes. The goal is to develop the skill of prompt literacy and delegation. Learn how to give clear instructions and how to review and refine the AI's work. This collaborative muscle is built through regular practice, turning the AI from a novelty into a trusted, everyday assistant that augments your productivity. Fourth, related to deep skills, is the mandate to keep your domain knowledge current. Your industry is not static, and the way AI is being applied to it is evolving rapidly. Make it a habit to stay informed about how these tools are transforming your specific field. Follow industry-specific publications. Join professional groups discussing AI implementation. Pay attention to how leading companies are experimenting with new workflows. This allows you to anticipate changes and position yourself as a leader who understands not just your job, but the future of your job. This awareness turns you from a passive observer into someone who can help guide the transition within your own team or organization. In the end, it is essential to maintain a sense of perspective. Throughout human history, we have introduced transformative tools that have reshaped our work and our world. The printing press automated the work of scribes, but created the entire field of publishing and democratized knowledge. The tractor automated farm labor, but enabled an agricultural revolution that could feed a growing planet. The spreadsheet automated the work of manual calculation, but empowered a new generation of financial analysts and strategic planners. Each of these innovations caused disruption and anxiety, but they ultimately became tools that allowed us to achieve more, to solve bigger problems, and to create new forms of value. Artificial intelligence is the next powerful tool in this long lineage. It is not a tidal wave coming to wash us away, but a new current of capability that we can learn to navigate. Like any tool, its impact, whether it is used to empower and augment or to disrupt and displace, is not predetermined. It will be shaped by the choices we make as individuals, as managers, as organizations, and as a society. By choosing to learn, adapt, and focus on our uniquely human strengths, we actively participate in shaping that impact. We ensure that this technology becomes a partner in our progress, a collaborator in our creativity, and an amplifier for our own intelligence. The workday of 2030 will undoubtedly feel different from the workday of today. It will be more collaborative, with AI assistants as common as coffee mugs on our desks. It will be more focused, with the routine and repetitive tasks handled by our digital partners, leaving us to concentrate on the challenges that require our full human attention. And it will be more meaningful as we are freed to invest more of our energy into the creative, strategic, and empathetic work that truly drives us. This is not a guaranteed utopia, but a possible future, a future that is available to those who prepare for it with intention and a calm sense of purpose. So, the story of you and your job in the age of AI does not have to be a story of fear or obsolescence. It can be a story of evolution and empowerment. It's a story about trading the tasks you have to do for the work you are uniquely capable of doing. The change is coming, but it is not a force beyond your control. By understanding the division of labor between human and machine, by cultivating the skills that matter most, and by taking small, consistent steps today, you can become an architect of your own future work. Artificial intelligence will reshape our world, but it is, and will remain, a tool. And the future is always built by those who learn to master the best tools.